All right. Peter's been contacting me. He wants to talk about the moon map, something I'm very interested in, but don't know a lot about. And Peter says you're very well studied on it. Should we say that? Or you're an
Um,
expert? What would you call yourself?
I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I'd say I'm about 30, 40% in, but
Okay.
enough to be confident with it.
All right. So where do you want to start? Now, for those of you that don't know, um, people have been looking up at the moon and the craters on the moon, the patterns on the moon do seem to have an incredible amount of correlation to the continents of the earth. And the question is, what do the continents of the earth actually like? So Peter is going to show us as much evidence as he has, and we'll see what happens. How's that?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay,
Um,
well, I'm just basically coming from the Gleason's map. So
yeah.
I'll sort of give a brief as I see it. The
Okay.
Gleason's map is a forensic match to the moon. That's what I can see. And basically is the globe map. They're saying that the Gleason's map comes from the globe map. And that's on the Gleason's patent, isn't it?
Right, but it's the other way around. The globe comes from the Gleason's map.
I think that as well.
Yeah.
So where does the Gleason's map come from? Well, the Gleason's map marries up with the moon map. So for me, the moon map is the reference. The Gleason's map comes from the moon map, and
Do you think that Gleason created the map from the moon, or he created the map and the moon is the reference to that map?
yeah, I think he got it from the moon.
Interesting.
That one out, knowing full well that the globers would go, it doesn't match, it doesn't fit. The continents are different sizes. Now they are right; they're absolutely spot on with that, because that's what I thought when I first looked at this. I thought, well, Australia is a completely different size. So what you have to do, you have to start getting more into the detail. Now, the way I did it is I looked at map projections. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a look at map projections in
I
general.
have
How many would you say there is?
an infinite number.
I'm glad you said that, because I thought there was only about 6 or 7. And then I went on the NASA website and they had 294 on it.
Well, we know there's not 294 then. It's every number except 294.
Yeah, exactly. So all those different map projections, what you're getting into is it's completely normal, Dave, for a continent to change shape and size depending on what projection you're using. So when you're messing around with the coordinates, the horizontal and the vertical, is that changes the shape of a continent. Now, what it doesn't do, in fact, if I can give you a third one, the third black box, examples of projections.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's 4 map projections there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where are those 4 map projections of, as far as you're concerned?
What are they of? That's the United States.
But you can't say that, can you? Because they're distorted.
Not as distorted as your moon map was, but yes, they're distorted.
Right. Fair enough. So you're not going to get, say, New York and Los Angeles flip over, are you, in the different distortions?
You're saying that they're the same in all of them.
New York's always over there to the right, and Los Angeles.
Yeah, right. They're not going to change positions. Correct. So everything's in its
So
general.
if you've got 52 states, and those 52 states don't change position.
50 states.
56. I'll have to.
Well, 52 if you count Canada and Mexico.
Nice. That's what Google does for you. So to me, that's like a forensic match. Even though everybody picks up on the fact that they are distorted, the argument isn't that they're distorted. That's not the issue. The way you
the moon is a projection of the Earth map.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, so we agree. So even if we were talking to a globe now, we'd agree that there's 4 distortions, and therefore the distortions are not the problem. What makes it a forensic match is the fact that the cities are all in the places they should be.
Okay.
That's how we identify. If you go to the one just on top of that, which says NASA, show NASA map projections. Now, On that website there's 294 projections. I've gone through every one of these. If you go to the top one, yeah. Now, we don't live on a square, obviously. What continents can you see there?
South America, United States, Canada, Africa.
But you can't say that because they're distorted.
No, we've gone through that already. Yes, we know that they're distorted, but they're identifiable and
identifiable. I think,
yeah.
to be honest with you, that is the whole point of it.
I get it. It's a good point. I like it.
Now, if you go to the next one, the next
this one, Adam.
One after it, yeah, that's it. What continents are discernible?
You see them all.
See them all. So, I mean, I can look at the moon now, to be honest with you. I've been looking at the moon all my life and never seen anything. I can look at the moon now, Dave, and I can go, there's Australia. I can see it. There's Australia. There's New Zealand to the right. You know, there's Madagascar. There's Africa, China, Mongolia, Russia. I can do the whole thing just by looking at it.
Got it.
Yeah. So if you just try a few more of them, just to really drive the point home that, see, we can still discern.
I get it. There's not 294 distortions, and you can tell every continent on each one of them.
And the moon is no different.
I get it.
Look at the moon. By looking at the moon, what makes us say the Earth is flat? What brings us? I think you'll get this. I think you'll get this straight away, and you probably already see. Okay, so the very fact that you can see the whole of the Gleason's map. So I've got the Gleason.
Oh yeah, well no, if you understand that it's the whole map, then yes, that would tell you that the Earth is flat.
Okay, right. Yeah, so if it was a globe.
Yeah, of course. That's if you can see the Gleason's map, if you understand it, you know.
Yeah.
But the more you look into it, the more sense it makes. You know, when I heard about flat Earth, I thought flat Earth was a psyop to discredit the truth movement. So then I realized that's not the case. Flat Earth is the reason we need a truth movement because everyone's deceived. Then I hear about the old world, and I'm like, oh, that's just the flat Earth, and I'm like, no, the old world is the reality of this place. You know, the old world stuff. And then the moon map, I'm like, oh, is this just something to make us look stupid? But let me look into it. And I mean, I haven't looked into it enough. This is probably as much as I've looked into it, other than watching all of Vibes of the Cosmos stuff and thinking about it.
I had the same reaction.
Reaction. But the more I look at it, the more sense it's making.
So if it is let's say
I'm not hanging my hat on it. I don't know.
Let's say you were.
Anything above us is a theory.
Well, let's say hypothetically. Let's say hypothetically you were. So let's say me and you were hypothetically hanging our hat on this. We've done all the research. The continents fit. We understand what the projections are. We understand the way they all move, depending on the coordinate system. And we now know the globe map is not the reference map. The moon is. Where I've arrived, going through that, because I've accepted it. I've accepted it now. Where you haven't hung your hat on it, and I understand why, because I've only recently hung my hat on it. But what I realised, Dave, is the globers are muddying the waters, getting us into a cycle of being stuck in the mud.
Yep.
So if you think of the 10 years that you've put in, you know, you think of your content over 10 years, you've covered absolutely everything. You know, and you've done it in ways where you've made videos and you've reasoned with people, you've had interviews. And after 10 years, the globers haven't changed. That's my observation. I've only been in about 3 or 4 years.
This is a massive spiritual war, and the globers, you know, they all have their talking points. They call us cult members, but they're in a cult because they all have the exact same things. We all disagree with each other. That's not a cult.
No,
okay, no. We all have different theories and ideas and everything. But one thing we agree on: we don't live on the occult ball. We don't live on the ball cult. The people in the ball cult, they can't see it.